There comes a moment, quiet, unseen, and eternal, when you finally stop chasing love and start believing you already have it. And in that moment, everything shifts. The person you once dreamed of begins to feel the pull of your heart. Not because you begged, not because you waited, but because you believed. Love is not found. It's remembered. It's not discovered in someone's eyes. It's awakened in your own soul. Most people spend their lives searching, hoping, yearning, and hurting, thinking that love is somewhere outside them, hidden behind another's affection. But the truth is, the moment you believe you are already loved, the world around you begins to rearrange itself to prove you right. Marriage, union, commitment, these are not accidents. They are mirrors of your inner conviction. You see, belief is not a thought. It's an energy. It's a frequency your heart radiates when it's certain. And when that energy is rooted in love, real, complete, unconditional love, it becomes irresistible. People feel it before you speak. They sense it before you arrive. You stop being the seeker and become the source. You stop asking, when will love find me? And start realizing love has always been here. The truth is, marriage, the divine union of two souls, doesn't begin at the altar. It begins in imagination. It begins the moment you decide that you are already cherished, already chosen, already enough. From that inner certainty, life begins to reflect what you feel inside. The person meant for you can't miss you, because your belief creates the bridge that draws them near. You must understand, you cannot attract what you do not believe in. If you believe you are unloved, even the most loving person will feel distant. If you believe you are hard to love, you will only meet those who confirm that. But when you know, not think, not hope, but know that you are already deeply loved by life itself, something miraculous happens. The world starts acting as if it heard your silent declaration. That's why so many people find love only after they stop chasing it, because they finally shift their focus inward. They start seeing themselves as valuable, whole, radiant, not as someone in need, but as someone already blessed. And when you live from that inner state, the outer world has no choice but to respond. Marriage becomes inevitable the moment you believe you are loved, because love cannot stay unexpressed. It has to find its way into form, into touch, into commitment. When your heart beats in that vibration of certainty, the universe aligns every detail, every meeting, every coincidence, every message, to bring your belief into reality. Think of it like this. You are a transmitter. Whatever you believe, you broadcast. When your belief is filled with doubt, you send out confusion, and life mirrors it back with uncertainty. But when your belief is filled with love, deep, unwavering love, the signal is clear. The right person, the right connection, the right moment begins to move toward you, like a tide that cannot be resisted. So if you want to experience true love, you must start by feeling it now. Close your eyes and imagine what it feels like to be completely seen, completely adored, completely accepted. Don't wait for someone to show you. Show yourself. Feel that warmth in your chest, that peace in your soul. Let your imagination wrap around you like the arms of someone who already chose you. Stay there, because that feeling is the seed of your reality. There's a sacred law in life. Whatever you assume as true in your heart becomes true in your world. So assume you are loved. Assume you are worthy. Assume you are chosen. Let that assumption become your identity. The more you embody it, the more everything around you begins to align. People who once ignored you begin to notice you. Those who doubted you begin to respect you. The person meant for you begins to feel your presence, even from miles away. Remember this, you do not need to convince anyone to love you. You only need to convince yourself that you already are loved. The energy of desperation repels. The energy of confidence attracts. And when you live as if love is already yours, your energy becomes magnetic, effortless, divine. Most people pray for love, while secretly believing they don't deserve it. That's why nothing changes. But when your inner world shifts, when you start to speak to yourself like someone who is adored, when you start to walk like someone who is chosen, your outer world has no choice but to catch up. The relationship you desire, The marriage you dream of is simply the reflection of that inner certainty. Think of love as a mirror. It reflects whatever you hold before it. If you show it fear, it multiplies fear. If you show it confidence, it multiplies attraction. If you show it gratitude, it multiplies blessings. And when you show it belief, it multiplies miracles. Let me tell you this, you are not waiting for marriage. Marriage is waiting for you to believe. The one who is meant for you is not lost. They are on their way, drawn by the invisible magnet of your faith. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you dwell in, all of it sends out a call. The more you believe in love, the louder your call becomes. Belief is creation. If you believe you are loved, you begin to walk differently. You smile without reason. You radiate peace instead of need. And the world notices. The one who steps meant to walk beside you will recognize that glow, because your belief announces, I am ready. You must stop waiting for proof and start living from faith. The greatest secret of love is that you must feel it before you see it. You must claim it before it arrives. That's how every miracle begins. In imagination first, in reality later. When you walk through life feeling loved, you're already wearing the ring in your spirit, and soon enough, life places it on your hand. Don't measure time. Don't doubt the process. Don't question when or how. Just keep believing. Every time your mind whispers, but what if it never happens? Answer it with, it already has. Because it has, the moment you believed. The outer event is only catching up to your inner knowing. You are not unloved. You are not forgotten. You are the embodiment of love itself. The reason you long for love is because it's your natural state. You're just remembering what you already are. When you return to that truth, loneliness dissolves, fear fades, and alignment begins. Life starts to move in harmony with your faith. So believe now. Believe that you are deeply, madly, endlessly loved, not someday, but today. Believe that someone out there is already being prepared to meet the version of you who knows this truth. Believe that every heartbreak, every delay, every silence was only guiding you back to yourself, to this powerful realization that you are not waiting for love, you are love. When you carry that belief, you don't chase, you attract. You don't beg, you bless. You don't worry, you know. And that's when it happens. Naturally, beautifully, effortlessly. The one who was meant for you appears, as if drawn by destiny, but in truth, drawn by your belief. Because love is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of consciousness. The moment you believe you are loved, marriage becomes inevitable, not because life suddenly changes, but because you do. You become love in motion. You become the answered prayer. And the world, obedient as ever, rushes to match your inner reality. So stand tall, breathe deeply, and say this to yourself, not as a wish, but as a declaration. I am loved. I am chosen. I am worthy. My union is certain. Hold that thought, live that truth, feel that power, and watch as everything you've ever desired begins to move toward you, one divine step at a time. Because the moment you believe you're loved, marriage doesn't just become possible, it becomes inevitable. Belief is the foundation of all creation. The moment you decide in your heart that you are already loved, the invisible world begins to move in your favor. Every thought, every emotion, every action starts aligning with that single truth. You stop asking when it will happen, because your heart already knows it has. The world listens to the tone of your belief, not the words of your fear. So when your belief is strong, life becomes your mirror. You see signs, synchronicities, and people reflecting that love back to you. This is not magic, it's alignment. You are no longer waiting for proof. You are walking in faith. You live with a quiet confidence that love is inevitable. And that confidence becomes the bridge between imagination and reality. Love begins not in another person's heart, but in your own awareness. The greatest misconception is thinking love must come from outside of you. In truth, it flows from within you and returns in the form of another. When you start loving yourself completely, you become a magnet to those who can meet you at that frequency. You stop looking for validation and start radiating completeness. People are drawn to your peace, your ease, your self-respect. Love finds its way naturally because you are no longer reaching, you are overflowing. Every genuine connection you build starts with how you treat your own soul. When your inner world is abundant with affection, your outer world mirrors it beautifully. You don't chase love anymore. You recognize it in everything around you. Certainty is the most magnetic energy you can carry. When you believe with unwavering confidence that you are loved, that belief shines brighter than any insecurity. It changes your posture, your tone, your presence. People feel safe around you because you are grounded in self-worth. You no longer send mixed signals of fear and desire. You transmit clarity. That clarity attracts only those who match your energy. Your calmness becomes a silent invitation to those who seek genuine connection. It's not arrogance, it's assurance. And that assurance is irresistible. When you stop doubting your value, others stop doubting it too. The energy of certainty doesn't chase. It simply receives what already belongs to it. Every union begins in the unseen. Before two hearts meet in the physical world, they connect in the realm of imagination. When you visualize love, you are not daydreaming. You are rehearsing reality. The clearer your inner vision, the faster life rearranges itself to match it. You are the artist of your love story, and imagination is your brush. Feel the warmth, the peace, the security of being loved. Don't wait for it to happen. Experience it inwardly first. The mind cannot distinguish between imagination and memory, so create memories of love before they appear. This act of inner creation sends a signal into the universe, and that signal finds its reflection. Marriage doesn't begin with a proposal. It begins with a belief vividly imagined and deeply felt. Love does not respond to effort. It responds to embodiment. When you stop chasing love, you stop telling the universe that you lack it. When you start becoming love, you begin to vibrate as someone who already has it. This shift is powerful because you move from need to abundance. You stop waiting for someone to complete you and start living as someone already whole. That energy changes everything. You smile differently, you walk differently, and people notice. Opportunities appear without force because your energy speaks louder than your words. The love you once sought begins to seek you. You no longer question your worthiness because you live it. Love becomes not something to find, but something to express effortlessly. Every connection in life responds to your vibration. You attract not what you want, but what you are. When you radiate peace, you meet people who bring calm. When you radiate fear, you encounter confusion. And when you radiate love, you encounter union. The frequency of your emotions creates the quality of your relationships. You can't fake vibration. It's the language the universe listens to. So choose the energy you want to live in. Let gratitude replace impatience. Let peace replace fear. The more aligned your vibration is with love, the more effortless your connections become. What was once distant suddenly appears close. What seemed impossible begins to unfold naturally, because vibration is not heard, it's felt, and the right soul will always feel you. Faith is the turning point where waiting becomes knowing. It's the quiet inner voice that says, "It's already mine," even when the world shows no sign of it yet. When you walk in faith, you stop asking how and when, and start trusting that it's unfolding perfectly. Faith turns longing into certainty and delays into divine timing. Every moment becomes preparation, not punishment. You realize that love is never late. It arrives exactly when you align with it. Patience becomes power because you're not waiting in weakness, you're standing in conviction. The energy of faith softens resistance and opens doors unseen. It shifts your energy from lack to fulfillment. And in that state of inner peace, love manifests not as a miracle, but as a natural outcome of your unwavering belief.